Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets for Thursday the 24th of July. The European markets have started on the back foot today, a little bit of arguably a bit of profit taking after a couple of days of gains. Um, and that is despite a decent bit of showing overnight from the Chinese manufacturing PMI, which actually jumped to an 18-month high. That was up to 52.0, which was also above the 51.0 expected. The Wall Street markets closed nicely. Bit of slight gains, not too much on the upside, but still enough to see a 26th close in an all-time high territory for the S&P 500. Mixed reaction in Asia though. Chinese markets were higher, but the Nikkei was down, and that came as the Japanese export data slightly disappointed on the downside, and also it looks like the Japanese yen is sort of beginning to find a little bit of strength again. So that has resulted in a little slight decline on the Nikkei, about 0.3% lower there. As I said, the PMI data, the flash PMI data, is coming out or through the eurozone. They're coming out on a staggered basis throughout the morning. The French data was the first real one to hit the wires, and that actually disappointed again. France is just in. Pulling back, and it's declining 47.6 on the French manufacturing PMI. That's a disappointment. That is below the 47.8 last recorded, and also below the expectations, which had been going for slight improvement. However, that has been tempered by the decent showing from the German flash PMI data that increased to 52.9. So mixed data for the Eurozone, but certainly the Euro seems to have been moving on the German data, certainly picking up in the last few minutes after that release at 8:30, and I'll show you that in the Euro dollar analysis chart after this one. But what we've got throughout the day today is the weekly jobs claims for the states. That's forecast to come in at around about 308, maybe 310,000, depending on which forecasts you look at. But you can see that it just continues to go on this nice trend lower. So anything around that level will be deemed to be quite a good number. This morning we've also got the UK retail sales, that's at 9:30, 4.6% on the annualised number, and that's ex fuel. With fuel included in the data, it's forecast to stay flat at 3.9%. In terms of how the currencies are moving today, dollar is making gains again. Seems to be, although just slightly in the last few minutes, the euro has bounced back a little bit after that German data. But generally, the dollar across the board has been fairly strong. And that has been certainly helped overnight by the announcement that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand has, although they increased interest rates to 3.5%, that was as the market had anticipated, and they've also opted to just take a pause for breath on its tightening cycle, move to a bit more of a wait and see mode now. So that took the market a little bit by surprise, and the Kiwi dollar is about 1.4% lower. So it's in a bit of a decline today. In terms of our chart of the day, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the euro, certainly euro dollar in a later chart, but euro sterling continues to be on the decline on a medium to longer term basis. All of these moving averages are in decline, but look at that 21-day moving average, which has become an excellent basis of resistance for selling opportunities. So that currently comes in at 79.39, and what we're seeing, as I said, at the moment is a slight rebound for that euro, which has just picked up off the lows of the day, and it's slightly rebounding, but any sort of recovery back towards that 21-day moving average, I think, is a chance to sell. You've got that resistance that comes in around 79.10, 79.11, up towards that reaction high that we saw the other day, at 79.33. So anything into that band, I think, will be a chance to sell, because I think you're going to get further declines in this euro. I don't really see any real sign yet, certainly not on euro sterling, of a euro recovery. Um, the momentum indicators all remain pretty solidly negative. That RSI never really able to get above too much above that 40 level, and even 50 was a struggle back in April. So it's very solidly negative, and unless you start to see that RSI improving, I don't think we're going to see too much of a recovery in this euro sterling yet. Look how negative that those MACD lines are, and also the stochastics. So across the board, pretty much negativity on all the technical indicators for the euro. So nothing really to go on in terms of the short squeeze yet. There could well be at some stage a recovery, but I still think that would be sold into ultimately. So just keep that in mind. But still, I'd be looking to use any sort of rallies on euro sterling as a chance to sell. And you may get one today if the buyers just get a little bit hold of it. As I said, between 79.10 and 79.30, I think is a decent area that you might be wanting to look at. So I wish you good luck in your trading on euro sterling today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.